it with two places basically. I'm going to open with Eclipse as well as uh, this Visual Studio basically thing. So I'm going to import. I'm not going to go a lot about how you need to configure your Eclipse and all that kind of stuff, but I'm just going to import this new file that we have in here. So just do import, right click in there and then could do import. And what we want is, we've chosen a Maven project when we were trying to create, and I will just go into the root directory, which is my directory, and in there I think what we created is lul pause. So I need to go back one step back and just to lul pause, go back one step, and I'll say give me this project basically. And then obviously it's found in the Maven file in there, and I'm going to say just finish. And also at the same time I'm going to open the same project with this Android what's called Visual Studio project. So if we go back to, where was I? Here, documents, and now what I want is lul pause there. Hopefully each one will just read. I'm hoping that no one is going to write to any of it. So this folder now that we've generated that, you can see so now we've generated. So what we'll do is I'm gonna actually run it, this application. So before you run anything, as soon as you create your application, as we just go to node modules in there, a lot of the node stuff it's downloaded for us, but at the same time we wanted to make sure that whatever is remaining is downloaded as well. So we're in the right place, yeah. So what we'll do is we'll say we'll do yon install. We can either do yon or npm install. However, the Jhipster guys recommended that you use yon. I'm a Java developer. I don't know why. What's the difference? Maybe one is faster than the other one, but I'll take what they say. Okay, yon install. So if you install it, by the way, they just yon in the background uses I think in npm, if I'm not wrong. So what happened here, I've got an access problem, some directory that I have, because I've run this previously with sudo command, and some of the files which I'm going to need to, so I'm going to need to do, just to simplify things, I'll have to, it's some problem that I have to sort out myself in my computer, but one way to fix it is just to do sudo, so that we don't have access issue. So it's downloading installing all the dependencies that normally exist in this file. I think the best file to open with JavaScript is this one. So let's just quickly click on the dependencies. The same way, if you're a Java developer, the same way that we have Maven dependencies here. Okay, so much Maven dependencies that when we run Maven, it loads from Maven Maven repository, basically the same way the JavaScript guys also have the same thing. So they have package.json, and they have npm repository, which is equivalent to the Maven repository that we normally have on the cloud, basically, and it downloads all these dependencies from there when you run this file. So all of them are downloaded and they are stored in the Maven package file, in the npm file. All of them, they downloaded, but in here they also separate the dependency types, okay, from production dependency to development dependence, like when you say save dev or all that kind of stuff in the command line, it just adds here. This is TypeScript, for example, React dependencies. If you see types, it means it's relates, I think it's TypeScript. But also you have, for example, you have um, React way of making sure that React TypeScripts, React module stuff is type-scripted properly with that. So there's also another React. If we just find this one, you'll find another React module which has out the TypeScript prefix, this Redux and that kind of stuff. So if we just go down, you will find that there is also another React. Not in the maybe in the yeah, in the top we'll see that, and this is the normal dependence, I think. So this is the file where all the npm stuff that it's downloading around now. It will download, and when it downloads, it's gonna download to this folder called cd npm modules, and all of these are now extensions of or libraries or a lot of stuff that your application's front end React depends on, that are developed by many different other stuff like the just test stuff and all that kind of stuff in there. So that is the thing. What I'm gonna shortly talk about also in another video, the following video, is the tests of Spring Boot tests. You know, the a lot of the tests that we've included in our application in a separate video as well. But actually, I need to run the application. But for the application to run, because we've selected MySQL, we need to have MySQL running locally. So I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna show you actually how to run it. Let me stop my server. Let me just stop this MySQL local server, because I'm assuming that you don't have MySQL installed and you just want to use the Docker version of it. Okay, so I'm going to stop my local one, which is running on my, actually it wasn't running in the first place anyway. So if that is the case, then so what I'll do is I'm gonna just go back to the there is a tutorial about the how to run your Docker application on Jhipster on the application. But if you do main, actually source, and then main, why did it refuse main? Okay, and we just select which one do we go? Docker. We want to run, actually I just want to show you first. We can run it from the root folder specifying the file path, but I just want to show you the Docker stuff that we have in here.